Messy Craig is back at it again. We get invited to a winter wonderland ball. Everything breaks loose. All hell is breaking loose. You don't want to miss it. Southern Charm season finale. We're talking all about it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
The punches are coming in.
You guys.
I know. There you go.
Wait. What the F just happened?
I have one person crying over there on the other
I
end.
was in full on tears. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I have Matt here lost for words. I don't know how we're going to be able to make it.
And he's never
tonight.
lost for words.
Yeah. We have Cristal trying to keep everyone together. Hey guys, welcome after Buzzers season finale of Southern Charm. We literally, and this time I'm really serious, we have so much to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
Not only are we talking about tonight's episode, but we have some news, some very cool stuff that happened to us the past 2 weeks. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my lovely co-host.
Hi guys, I'm barely here, but I'm Laura L. Thomas.
What I just want to say, everybody say what's one word to describe what you just happened. What's your one word?
Oh gosh, infuriating. I was in tears. I was literally,
She
you
was
guys.
crying,
I
y'all.
was crying. I had
Literally
to hug her.
crying. I was so infuriated. Cristal McLaughlin, you say. I kind of got stuck on that. Yeah, definitely. Yes, it was infuriating. But Cristal McLaughlin here, it was definitely sad. Honestly, like to me, it's sad just seeing a person belittle another person. Disgusting.
Yes.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Matt Maher. Hey, everybody. And my word, couldn't think of it until just now, but I think my word is just scary.
Yeah. Like she said.
Scary.
Yeah.
Like scared for my safety.
Yeah.
Scary. Katherine, get a security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hey guys, I'm Mayte Carrillo. I think one word, Jesus, you took my word. It's just scary. I felt like it was, I felt like Thomas was like, I don't know, when he got home, he was going to lose his life or something. Like she would come out with a knife and just end it.
Back
you
at
know?
the morning.
It's
Oh,
just,
anyway.
yes. You know, which, by the way, I watched that movie.
Oh, yeah?
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle,
it's
ever
so
since you
good.
brought it up.
Oh, gosh.
Um,
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oldie but goodie, right?
But maybe we should talk about lighter stuff first.
Yes, let's talk about some really cool stuff.
I need to shake it off. Just be able to talk about this first.
Before we get to the ball talk, we're going to also go ahead and talk about Cameron and Craig and all that great stuff. But I do want to start off by giving a shout out to Patricia. The day after our last show, I received this email from Patricia saying, send me your address. You guys, I fainted and then I was brought back to life, sent a text to everybody else, and we were all freaking out. So make sure we all received it. This is insane! And we have a copy of The Art of Southern Charm.
Oh, God, I want to move. I'm going to have to. She signed it.
Wait, and let me.
I really
with
this.
this. Like,
Beautiful
this is
bookmark.
This is Patricia right
It
here.
is. You know,
So good.
my
With
dog
a hug.
passed away like 7 months ago, and ever since then, my little Sophie, my little schnauzer, and I've kind of I've gone on Patricia's website, put Sophie's picture, done
the
everything but
captain.
press click. I'm definitely getting a Patricia Outshore.
Me too.
I'm getting a moo after this. I don't care. I'm getting one.
We should start
love
off
it.
the next season with a moo-moo.
Well, I got to tell everybody too that we're going to talk to AfterBuzz and figure out logistics, but we're all going to read the book, and then we're going to do a special episode that's just a book review of The Art of Southern Charm. So get ready for that and follow us on the stuff, and we'll talk about
Can
it.
I just say it just feels so
It's
good
so
to touch this
luxe.
book.
It It's feels velvety. It
Yes.
feels exactly like
Yeah.
what I think Patricia's book would feel like.
It smells
Yes.
good.
Does it smell like vodka?
a little bit.
Martini.
Right.
Look at the picture in the back.
A nicely stirred martini.
It's almost velvety, so it's almost like her skin looks, right? Gosh,
Well,
Patricia.
Catherine said she looks amazing up front,
right.
right?
Yeah.
And
I
she
mean, when
looks
Lady
amazing
Gaga
here.
is giving you a quote on the back of your
Yes.
book, you're doing something.
Yeah.
I did not
That's
even
right.
realize that.
Yeah.
she is a
Anyway,
queen.
thank you,
But
Patricia.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm also keeping the box that you sent it in because it has my name and my address, and I love it. And it's
Let's
from
just
her.
say she was trying to get rid of her gum, and she wouldn't even put it in
I
the
was like, there's
wrapping
some
paper.
paper. And she
would-
said, I'm not touching Patricia's paper.
It's so true.
True story. Patricia, thank you so much.
And
Can't wait for that review.
It did. It made its debut. Evangelina just pointed out in our comments that the book made its debut on the show tonight.
I know, so it was
We're
great.
happy to help,
Great timing.
further the cause.
Right.
Super excited. See?
Very exciting stuff. Okay,
You
so
ask,
let's.
you shall receive.
Yeah, thank you. So let's start off with Cameron and Craig, this conversation that they had, which we were all kind of laughing about it. What do you guys think about those pillows?
Wow.
I'm impressed that he knew all the proper names of each pillow. This is a bolster pillow. This is a perfect European sham. I was like, get it, Craig. Okay.
Yeah, but why doesn't he have them stuffed? That's a little weird, right? Like
Because that's the hardest part. And that's
he needs approval.
So I
Didn't he
forget
say
who
he needs
agreed with me in the
approval?
comments. Remember when you and I got in a fight? You're like, pillows are hard. And I'm like, no. And someone in the comments said, pillows are really easy.
Pillows are easy.
But the hardest part of making a pillow is stuffing it and then sewing the stuff. And so Craig was like, he did one. He went, oh my gosh, this is so hard. Oh.
With one hand,
Yeah,
especially.
one hand.
Like, how's he supposed to stuff
Oh
it
my
and
gosh,
sew it?
I need to call my life coach. She's so angry. I can't.
That's right, his life
That's what
goes.
happened.
No, but what I loved about their interaction was that Cameron is always everybody's perfect mirror.
Man, I miss
You know
her.
what I mean?
I miss
She's
her.
back.
She is.
I'm so
Oh,
glad
gosh.
she's back because she's definitely, she was that mirror that I feel like Craig has been needing all season long.
Because everybody else just kind of says, oh, Craig, you're so weird. But honestly, it's like,
She said
You-
it like it is. She just
exactly,
tells
and
it.
that's a
her.
true friend.
Yeah,
that you've got to
100%.
in a loving way just kind of cut the BS and be like, hey, you're putting a bow on a turd right now, kid.
What did she say? She said
said-
this has become a pattern in your life. It's kind of like, the patterns of the pillowcases, right? I mean,
It's all over the place.
yeah, all over the place.
I think he's going through some sort of like depression from everything that
Oh,
I'm
for
seeing.
sure.
Like I feel like he's just so sad, and
Well,
as he's
Lightly
talking,
hoarder-ish,
he's-
right?
Yeah, he doesn't clean his house. He's like having all these pillows and trying to figure out what he wants in life, and it's frustrating as a viewer to watch that too,
Yeah.
because I've been rooting for Craig since season
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
I-
adorable. He's beautiful. He's a good-looking guy.
Right.
He's intelligent.
He's kind of like Eeyore, though. Like one
What
is
I've said
me.
before,
Not
he's a
before.
martyr. He's
Yeah.
Since the breakup with Naomi, he is especially Eeyore-ish.
Yes.
and we're going to talk
yes.
about that later too, because
Yeah.
you're really speaking of sadness. Really, when he and Naomi had that
yeah.
tease. We're not going to talk about it now. But no,
Yeah.
I think, and also with Craig, that's just telling to me, like being a therapist, I know that when a lot of times and there's nothing wrong if somebody goes to a therapy or a life coach
Right.
and they leave, because that means they're not ready for it. But then that means they're not ready for it. Like there's something deep going on with Craig, and he's not ready to face it. And
So, like, as a therapist
Uh-huh.
for yourself, if you don't have a client come back, do you push them to call you or attend their sessions or
no,
anything?
but because you learn that. I mean, because I've had clients that have been suicidal that just leave, and so you're like, you worry
my
about.
God.
You really do have this, or if they have been homeless and then I don't see them anymore, and
Yeah.
so
That's
you
scary.
just. But you, at the end of the day, it's like the only person that can take responsibility for your life is you.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
you have to, no matter what position are you in. So you just kind of. I always say to my clients, like, I know you might feel hopeless, and Craig, if you watch this show, tweet me because I think you're adorable. But no, but seriously, Craig, if you're feeling hopeless, like, I know we have hope for you. We
Right.
think you're intelligent.
Yes, right.
We think you're well spoken. So borrow our hope. Use our hope.
Yes.
Take it as long as you need, sugar, and then
Absolutely.
because we've got it for you.
Yeah, we've got lots of
said.
love for you
Uh-huh.
here. We really want to see you doing well.
Well,
I also
more,
enjoyed the shirtless thing.
yeah, and more than I will say, a lot of people are having for him in the comments right now. We have a lot of people that are.
What are they saying?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, what is the live? How is the live chat doing? Is it just
That is
exploding?
Oh, it's
Funny.
exploding, you guys, and I love it.
Oh my
I love
God,
it.
that's hilarious.
Kimberly Mayfield, happy birthday, Kimberly
Happy
Mayfield.
birthday! This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Oh, there you go.
Kimberly says that Craig is a 98-year-old reincarnated woman, that he is not attractive to me. He can't stimulate my mind.
Just the
I
mind.
think Evangelina says, I think Craig is better in season 1, but has been influenced by the Peter Pan syndrome that affects Charleston men.
Agreed.
Private Eye says, if Craig were unattractive, no one would have patience for his BS.
Oh.
Evangelina also said Craig is a goof, but to me, he is losing his lovable quality.
I think he's just
feel like
depressed.
he's just, I think he's depressed.
I feel like people have always, we all go through some sort of like thing in our life that brings us down, and sometimes you need that to like, I don't know, change things. And maybe this is what he needed to change things. So let's hope.
Maybe.
He's slowly realizing certain things for himself.
Maybe he has like ADHD.
Yeah.
Really, severely.
Maybe. But the fact that he took the step forward that we're going to talk about later is,
Yes,
it's
that's
very
true.
positive.
That's positive.
It's true.
Yep. And what else is positive too,
What else
right?
is positive are some other
everybody-
shows, yes, that we have at AfterBuzz TV, y'all. You know that at AfterBuzz, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite television shows. We've got dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. And there's no network that works harder to serve television fans. We have the text threads to prove it.
It's true.
But we also need
Pull
your
up the
help,
receipts.
y'all. We do need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. So one or more, y'all. Y'all can do two. Come on. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and it'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. So it won't just be random things. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, you can turn them off. I turn mine off on everything. I just check every once a week. Yeah. So they're optional. So hit that subscribe button right there, y'all. Hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. There's other reality TV. You're on, Laura, what show are you on?
I'm on Below Deck Med on Tuesday
Below Deck
night.
Med.
And I'm on the Real Housewives of OC starting Monday night.
Yeah, there you go. I'm on Queer
Exciting.
Eye. Are you on a...
No,
Oh,
on
Queer Eye's
reality.
so good.
Yeah, Queer Eye's so good.
I'll be on another show, but it won't be that. It won't be any reality.
So keep up. And besides reality, there's a lot of other things.
many.
Scripted,
Will and Grace, people.
Oh, I love that show. So let us know if you did subscribe. Let us know in the comments, and we'll shout you out at the end of the show. We'll thank you on air. And now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of Talk TV, y'all. We love you. Appreciate you.
Speaking of that, shout out Evangelina. She said, I am kicking myself that I didn't know AfterBuzz reviewed my favorite show, Southern Charm, until I subscribed to the channel because of another show.
Oh, look at
Here
that.
Amazing. All
Thanks
are
for
welcome.
that.
That, everybody.
And also on our iTunes, we're getting so many like 5 stars and comments.
Yeah, leave
so
a
we're
review
all
for the
reading that, and we
podcasters.
thank you guys so much for that because we read it and
We are.
comment.
You know, I
That's
have to
right.
say, we all read stuff, but Mayte is the thirstiest. She reads it. Oh, you read all of them because she's like, you guys, this person said it. She texts us.
Well,
It's very
because
cute.
I think it's so like
It's
I don't know,
wonderful.
it warms
It's a
my
community.
heart.
Yeah, it's a community.
You know?
And I
And
love
we
to
need-
text you guys.
We need community after that ball.
Oh yes, all right. Let's get into the ball talk that I like to call ball talk,
This is normally a different
Which is-
conversation for me.
which is for you. Hashtag
Yeah.
truth talk.
Yeah, hashtag truth talk.
All right, let's start off with
Hashtag-
Craig and Naomi.
Well, and first of all, I just want to say real quick, if you're watching Patricia, maybe you are because we got a book. That was a beautiful ball.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. I want to know what those little orange drinks were with the mint in them. Or something. They looked wonderful. So good job, Patricia.
It made me
Let us know.
thirsty.
It was beautiful. Okay, so yes.
So
Craig-
everybody shows up with their dates,
Yes,
right?
every show they look beautiful.
So we're gonna break it down per date and see how this goes, all the way down to Katherine and Ashley, the big boil at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with Craig and Naomi. They both showed up, except Naomi showed up solo with her friend, not a
Her
significant
gay.
other, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. And then Craig showed up with a date, an
Yes, he
actual
did.
woman,
Oh,
a date.
I totally forgot because
Yes.
she really wasn't at the end.
Wasn't
No,
it a
she-
girl that he used to go to school with?
It was a
That's
girl,
what-
yes.
a former classmate.
Because, you know,
So-
it's probably not very Southern. It's probably a not so charming moment. But I am Cameron, too, where I'm like, hey, how'd y'all meet? Are you dating?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are y'all getting
yeah.
serious yet? I do all that.
Oh God.
I know. It's so, Cam, I appreciate you.
yeah.
But don't you think it's kind of funny though how like Craig went around and texted Naomi before then and was like, "Hey, I'm bringing someone. Are you gonna bring someone? I might bring her. I'm not sure."
Yes,
like
I
he beat her around.
mentioned
I
it.
mentioned it instead of being so straightforward and saying like, "Hey, I have a date and I'm taking so and so with me."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's always tiptoeing around everything, right? I mean, that's just sort of his MO. It's kind of sad, you know? You can't even tell your ex-girlfriend, who you should have a lot of respect for, hey, this is what's going to go down.
Well, and yeah, and they started. I've never thought of it this way, but this episode illuminated the fact for me that we've talked about it, like his martyrdom and things like that. But Craig does do like nothing big, but it's like these little white lies, and he does them to cover up. It's a lack of confidence and to cover up fallacies, but it's still. It made me empathize for Naomi.
Yeah.
Well, kind of she went off, but
She did.
But it made me empathize for her that it is crazy making when you feel like you never know what the truth is.
Yeah, and what to
coming
expect
from someone. Yes,
too, right?
And I think
feel bad for Naomi.
And look, Craig even admitted, he said, I feel like Naomi was saying the right things. It was just the way that she said them, and that's so true because I understand that she's over it. But then when Craig came up to her, she was. It was just like bitter party of
Bitter.
one. It was
I was so sad at like how
she was mad.
Yeah, just at how shut down she was. And closed off, and she said in the confessionals, he waits till the one time that I don't actually care anymore.
Oh, that broke my heart.
It made me really sad for both of them because, I feel like for her, she finally got the validation and the closure that she wanted. And truthfully, but I almost thought she was like going to break down after he left. I mean, she looked really sad after he walked away.
Oh, yeah.
And
especially when she walked in, the girl and him, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you see her face? She looked like she was like going to be sick or something.
Of course.
And that's why I was
I
like,
would feel that way.
is that what made her so
Guarded.
hurt and guarded
But
and
she already was
angry.
talking about his date before. I think what makes me sad about Craig and Naomi is that they didn't really have, and granted, this is just what we see on the show, but just their issues and the scope of issues that people have had on this show haven't been like, I don't think big enough not to get over and get past to have a friendship.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's just the fact where she was kind of like digging on his girl. This girl's nothing to do with her, and she's talking shit about her and all the crap. Sorry.
I've been there.
Yeah, but how are you gonna act jealous like she did with the girl with his date whenever she comes in, and then not give him the time of day when he comes over and tries to have a conversation?
Exactly.
That's how we act as women. Honestly, we can get so petty, and I am guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
If I'm with a friend and her ex comes in, I don't know why, and maybe this is wrong of me, I look to her and I'm like, she's not as pretty as you. Or like I'll say something, to make her feel better because I just feel for her, and it's just not the best situation to be in.
And I think she owes him an apology.
I think she does too, because I think her behavior was.
Maybe at the reunion.
Well, here's the thing though too. It's like I kept thinking the entire time, why is she so upset? I know she's upset about it because he didn't want to really tell her, but she shouldn't be this upset because she was the one that broke it off with him. So in my mind, I was like, well, I get why you're upset, but isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this what you kind of asked
I feel like Craig kind of pulled the thing where he kept just crapping the bed so much that she kind of had no choice but to break up with him. You know what I mean? Where a lot of guys will do that. They don't want to be the bad guy.
You got to move on.
And so, so I think he did that. And again, it goes back to Naomi's intention, what she was feeling at that dinner table when she described, that was totally valid. She always... Her heart is always in the right place, but then somewhere between her heart and then her mouth, it goes, "Oh, I'm hurt."
It's like the Santa Clarita diet, right?
Yes, and I'm like, she just needs to be one of those people who just says, "I just need to stop, drop, and breathe."
Yeah,
and like take a moment.
Not when you're heated. When you're that heated, it's like
stop, drop. I said that all the
woman.
time. Stop, drop, and breathe. And just if she had said, "Okay, Craig, I would love to have this conversation, but not right now.
Yeah.
Let's calm it down." That would have been like...
Maybe she'll get there, like Katherine has gotten there 5 years later, but right now she is not there.
I mean,
maybe now, today.
If Katherine can get to where she is, then you know
Lord,
what?
There's hope. Just about anybody.
Then we can get along with Russia.
Then we
I
can.
mean, good Lord.
Right?
That transformation for Katherine,
Yes.
I'm in awe.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch to Austin, Ashley, and Jennifer. When I
Jennifer
saw
Snowden.
Jennifer, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
What is this girl doing?
I had forgotten at how rotten Jennifer
I did
was
too. I
last
forgot.
year, and then the more she talked, the more I was like, Jennifer needs to sit down.
Yeah.
I am not liking this girl.
Yeah, she needs to be humble.
Yeah.
I did not like her from the last season
she
when
just
she
from
did
a-
all that. With
What did
Katherine.
she... Yeah, she really, with Katherine, what did she...
So she went and under oath said that Katherine was doing all these things when she wasn't, about her character. She was talking about her parenting and so on and so forth. And that's when Katherine got her children taken away from her. So think about that. That's like the worst thing you could do. That's like your best friend. That was her best friend.
That was her
And
best
best
friend.
friend.
die.
But
That
a
was her
woman to a woman.
She took her
And isn't
child,
she a mother
left
too?
them.
Yes, she's a mother too.
Girl, you just 3 strikes on it.
Shame
Oh.
on you. Shame on you.
It's like you're a mother and you're gonna put another mother through that
She's a
position.
mother something.
I don't know. I don't know who's worse, Ashley or
No, they're both
Jennifer.
meant for
They're
one
both-
another.
Yeah, they
They're
should
both-
date each other.
Yeah, they're
I
both.
think
But
Maury
they're in
does.
an alliance, apparently. I mean, clearly
Apparently.
tonight, like they formed an alliance together, and I just, it's crazy attracts
Bye.
crazy, y'all.
Bye,
So
Cuba.
Austin, yeah.
Crazy does attract.
So
Bye,
crazy.
Cuba.
Austin went over to Thomas to say about a rumor that he heard that came from Naomi, saying that Ashley was an
An
escort,
A hooker.
a polo.
A woman of the night.
What's another?
A chanteuse.
I feel like there's more. Is there more?
Come on.
Okay.
A not so pretty woman. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I love it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All of that, right? And was trying to say, hey, if someone's saying that
harlot.
about,
A strumpet.
Yes, a strumpet like a
Sorry, I'll go on all night. Too much.
Yeah.
that's all Ashley right there. And then Jennifer goes in and says, and attacks Austin and says, how would you like it if someone said that about your sister? Oh my God.
Again, I mean, Jennifer fights dirty.
Yeah.
She really fights
does.
dirty, you know?
She goes for the
Truly.
jugular.
And
She
well,
really
so
does.
does Ashley, and that's what like I think that's why they're
Yeah,
a
because
perfect
Katherine, when
alliance.
Katherine was in Cuckoo Land, Katherine fought, but she didn't fight dirty.
No.
Yeah.
She fought crazy.
She fought,
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
fought
she
crazy,
did.
but she fought fair.
But she fair, and again, she kind of had Naomi syndrome, where Katherine was always coming from the right place,
Yes.
and then it
boiled.
She
it
was dealing
boiled
with
over.
stuff. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. But she's
Especially
always
when you
telling
get
the truth.
when you get so worked up
Yes.
and so mad
And
about
you're
things,
using
and you
drugs,
cannot
which she
even
said.
Yeah.
exactly. But you cannot even function. You can't even
Yes.
see straight
But
enough.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
what's her excuse?
I don't know. I don't know. I really.
She probably isn't happy in
She's
her
probably
life,
hangry
and
because she's
that's-
looking real skinny.
She does look
she
skinny.
is.
She looked
She
really
does.
skinny.
She
I mean,
does.
girl, you good job getting your
Good.
body
Yeah.
back after baby, but she
Yeah.
probably just hangry.
Yeah.
That's the only
and
excuse
lonely
I can think
because
about.
imagine all these people don't talk to her.
Oh my God,
so.
she did have that baby. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had
Yeah.
the kid, and Katherine like posted about her child with like
Yes,
special
and try to
needs and
help
stuff like
her,
that.
and did
Oh
all
my
this
God,
stuff.
she's a horrible person.
You remember
She's the
this?
devil.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to have sympathy for you
Yeah.
because I know that she's a single mom, but
It's like everything came together
Yeah.
at this episode too, because we saw JD as well with his wife, which I'm
Liz.
did.
with
We saw
Liz. I don't even want
Georgette.
to. Oh, we saw
Yeah.
Georgette.
Georgette, if you're
Georgette.
watching, you are my spirit animal. I want people not to cuss around me too. I want to look like you. I want to be. I love George. You know what? From now on, call me Maddette.
I love it.
I love Georgette. Don't y'all want to see a road trip movie with Patricia and Georgette?
Yeah, it's like Oprah.
It's like Oprah and Gail, but
Whitney.
with Southern charm.
Call us, Whitney.
Whitney, produce that
right
show.
here.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Call us. We've got major ideas.
It's got
all
major
right here.
ideas. But yes, there was other people there too.
So yeah. There was other people, those two, which I don't even want to talk
Yes.
about. So then we had the whole situation with Katherine and Patricia. You guys, how Katherine
I couldn't
showed
even
up.
watch. I was like this. I was like, oh my God. I was
No,
like
I
standing
knew
up.
Katherine was gonna nail it.
Oh, she totally
I
was.
knew going
You really
in.
did?
I had
Oh,
every
yeah.
confidence in the world. I was like, I know she's gonna go in here and she's gonna nail this.
Yes.
And she did. I was
did.
so proud of her.
I was actually
Absolutely.
nervous. That was the most
too.
nervous part of the
Yes.
episode to me.
And Shep was super nervous. You could tell he was super nervous. And then he went and started talking to Cameron and everybody else, and they were all whispering and talking
Shep
about
is
it.
such a good date.
I know.
He is.
He's
Y'all,
such a
if I
good
went to a
guy.
ball, I want Shep to be my date.
Okay, really quickly. If you had to pick someone to date on the show, who would it be?
Shep.
I'd say Shep too. Because he's so smart and witty and just like
Shep
charming.
was like-
Shep,
I
just
followed
a
him on
date, not to
Inst-
marry, right?
I know, just date.
He seems really nice, but he looks like he's just always kind of drunk and sweaty in his Instagram pictures.
It's
He
true.
looks fun, but he's always kind of like, hey! And I just,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. I just,
A cleaned up Shep.
A cleaned up
okay.
Shep, yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm down with that too.
Cleaned up Shep.
yes.
I'm totally, you know what? Who I would date? This is
Who?
going to shock a lot of you.
Whitney.
I think Cameron could almost turn me.
Oh!
Yes, she is so pretty, and she is so smart, and I feel like it would be okay that I wouldn't be able to have sex with her. We would just still have a great night of intellectual conversation.
You can just rub her feet like Michael did.
I would rub her feet.
I would too. I love Chelsea. She's the best. She's all
my
around.
favorite.
Chelsea,
MVP.
Yeah.
MVP.
Okay, so then we have Katherine and Patricia made pieces. They made amends. They shook hands. Did you see how Patricia went
When
out?
she extended her hand to her, even I was just like, "Oh my, how proper!"
But can I just say my favorite part about that is when Whitney said it was a bit jarring, and he compared the two as being a mailman touching the face of a Doberman pinscher, which I think was hilarious. Spot on. Good for you, Whitney. You are always, he just, everything about him, whenever he speaks, he's just like so perfect what he says and he does.
Oh, who?
Whitney.
Yeah, maybe. I'm getting these
I think I know who you want to sleep with.
Whitney's smart. You know, I like a smart guy.
Okay.
I would, Whitney actually might not be the worst play on that one, because then you get
Patricia.
Patricia, exactly, as a side.
Somebody want Patricia.
Yes.
Well, I would want Patricia as a mother-in-law, but also that would be intimidating because, as Patricia said herself, it's not a test, but
no, it is a test.
And I have to say, when you're with Patricia, it's always a test.
Yes, it is.
I have Southern women. It is always a test,
Oh,
right?
100%. And I love the fact that she didn't have to say it. She just gave the look, and you're like, oh, God.
I'm just glad that she finally, sees that Kat is like in a really good place, and that she complimented her and said what she was gracious, and she said that she was genuine, and she also said that her demeanor, she was impressed by her demeanor, and just gave, I think honestly Kat was holding on to this for a really long time, so it's almost like it alleviated her, and I think that's why she went outside to go smoke that cigarette, because it was kind of like a moment that she can breathe.
Been 5 years.
Well, I mean, really, Charleston's not that big of a
So she did a good
tent.
job
at
giving that to Katherine.
But
and
I mean,
so
really,
happy for
Patricia is. It really is. It's not a built-up thing in the show, especially in the Deep South. Like, certain families hold keys to the city. So, and I'm not saying that Patricia would be vindictive, but it's just, you feel like that opportunity is less. You feel like other people are just going to judge you by proxy.
And that's unfortunate.
Well, and I don't know if Patricia probably would never say anything because of who Thomas' family is, and not just because of Thomas, but I'm sure she's friends with other people in his family.
She's got so much class too.
But I'm sure that Patricia can see that Thomas is dealing a lot with his own stuff, even before this harassment.
Yeah, remember
stuff.
in the tweet she said, "Wait till you guys watch the season finale. You'll see what transpires."
Patricia has not spoken to Thomas, and I think since the beginning of the year, like there's been a rift between them, which I will be talking about in the news section and some stuff that she's been tweeting that has to do specifically with Ashley as well, and it's just like it's heartbreaking, but I feel like Patricia's probably getting her mind together now, and she's starting to see things for herself as opposed to what people tell her.
And I'm really happy that another thing that I want to bring up is how Katherine said that she felt bad because she felt attacked by somebody who was a single mother, and that made me really sad because it's like, I mean, she should have known how difficult the situation was with Thomas, and unfortunately she didn't. But now it's remedied, and I'm happy.
And Katherine was acting crazy.
She was.
Katherine was acting
definitely
scary to some people. Yeah. So I feel like I feel like if I was everything Patricia stood by, I would agree with it. And I'm not just saying that because she sent us a book and I love it. I would have said that before.
Well, do you guys think that maybe do you think it's valid that Patricia recognizes that Katherine has made the show such a hit? And she recognizes
question.
that.
Oh, I'm sure. She's a smart woman.
But you know what? I think they both made this show a hit, to be quite honest with you, because they kind of almost are like,
I want to see always
this bit
more.
Of resemblance of each other almost, because they're so they're so smart. These two women are just so intelligent. They're single mothers.
In a very different way.
Yes, in a very different way. Absolutely. But it's just like maybe a millennial side and a older.
But Katherine is the breakout star of the show.
Yes.
So I think that she definitely thinks of that, and and I just I think the not breakout star of this show is Trashly.
It's Trashly, which we have to talk about because this whole situation with Katherine and Ashley really did boil up. But I have to say, I'm so proud of how Katherine handled the situation. Like, girl, you did your thing, and she composed herself. Because if I was up this close with Ashley, I would have slammed her head into the freaking gate and been like, "Don't you dare mess with me and my family."
I would not have been able to keep my hands off of her.
So what? So we don't need to recap it. Everybody saw it.
Yes.
Laura, I'm interested. Like, what? Why the tears? Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys literally tears.
I'm gonna cry again if I talk about it.
But no, but I need to know, like, where do the tears come from?
I'm gonna cry.
Like,
She's a mom. She's a mom.
Well, okay. I was appalled by the whole situation, and then when she had the audacity to say that they're not a family and to call Katherine an egg donor, it just struck me on a level as a mom that was so insensitive and so cruel and just something that I wouldn't say that to my worst enemy, and I just to belittle someone's child like that, and to belittle someone's role as a mother like that. Sorry guys, it just makes me really, really emotional. But I just felt so bad for Katherine because she has come so far, and when she kept saying, "Let's not forget that you had your children taken away from her."
God.
Like,
and to me, what really struck me is that when Katherine said, "I will never forget that."
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like to constantly have the worst part of your life thrown back into your face.
And publicly, like, this is national.
And she really, Ashley, just came in looking for a fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
She sat down and wanted to be like, "I want to just talk to you," and like, well, she didn't want to because all Katherine said was, "Hey, I just want to know." I actually was again shocked by Katherine because Katherine could have been really defensive immediately, and she just said, "You know, I just wanted to know where you're coming from. You tell me this, and you tell me this, and honestly, the things that you said to me were really low and really just really despicable."
Right.
And then as soon as she just basically called Trashly on what she did, Trashly blew up, and then like started again.
The
just
part
going
that
more
bothered
evil.
me was when she said, "You're gonna have to tell your children, and don't you forget that you need to tell them." And she's just like, "Yeah, my kids are gonna know." Like, why are you so interested in what her children know?
And
about
how
the
do you
situation?
even get to speak to this because you're
wasn't
not
there.
a mother
Yeah.
and
You're not even
you
in there.
weren't there.
It's disgusting.
You know, and
it's disgusting and heartless.
You're doing coke of some doctor's penis.
I mean,
probably. We don't know. I mean, she looks like a drug addict.
She does.
She does. She looks like it.
I wasn't
She acts
expecting
like
that
it.
one.
Sorry.
Like y'all, I just my last comment on the whole thing, like about that was, like as a mom, you're just doing the best you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just doing the best that you can, and you're holding on by the skin of your teeth, just like praying that today you get it right for another day.
And that is no matter what successful situation you're in,
Regardless.
celebrity, non-celebrity.
Yeah. Regardless of the situation. And so for someone who is not a mother to come in and attack, like just a woman that way, but then a mother that way,
then a person who had some mental issues,
of course,
as well.
all of the things,
All
like
the
it broke my heart.
Right.
It really, really, truly broke my heart.
What really just was like the cherry on top of everything was at the end when Ashley had a smile on her face and she was smirking and she was like, "Bye, have a good day.
She
Like,
said, "God bless you."
I'll pray for you and God bless
Honey,
you."
she wouldn't know who Jesus was
It's
if he
like-
hit her in the head.
Yeah, and then she goes to Thomas and says, "Let's grab each other's hand. I don't want people to think that we
And
are
let's hug.
Let's hug, so that
Let's hug
people
Thomas,
think
so
that
we know they're a
people think that
couple.
that we're breaking up. We're on the verge of breaking up, and it's like, what is going on in your head?
So concerned about what everybody else
Psychotic.
thinks.
It's just
She's
you know
got-
you
yeah.
laugh on someone's
Yeah.
face for what you just said. You have no remorse. It's heartless.
It
It's
is.
definitely
It was
it's
heartless.
heartless.
It was
and
the
it was tough
first
to
time
watch.
on this show, actually, that ever, and y'all know how I feel about him, that I was ever sorry for Thomas Ravenel.
Oh,
Well, did you see
That is
how
the
Katherine
first time I ever felt that.
grabbed Thomas and said, "You need to
That was
watch
some Rebecca
out."
De Mornay
Yes.
stuff right there, where she
Yeah.
was
You
like,
need
"Watch
to
your
be
back."
careful. She's
Absolutely.
like,
She goes,
"Watch
if she
your
threatens
back."
me, she'll threaten you.
Yeah. But the way she told
Yeah.
him, I felt it. I got chills. I'm like, oh
yeah.
my God.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
She looked really scared, like genuinely scared.
if they get married,
No.
And then 2 months later, we find out Thomas had a heart attack. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be funny. I would believe that.
No, 100%.
100%.
100%.
And wasn't there a conversation they were talking about when they were getting their suits tailored? And they said, I guess Whitney was talking to Thomas, and he said, well, to Ashley, how much money would it cost to get rid of you? He's like, $5,000. And she says somewhere like $5,000. And he goes to, Whitney says to Thomas, no, $50K. And he's like, what? But it makes me really think that, like, he knows something. Why would he bring that up? Why would he say that?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I just hope that whatever transpires from now until the reunion, we'll be able to finally maybe see some closure, because I feel like Ashley owes like
100%.
Katherine a
I need
huge
to-
apology.
yeah.
Well, there is some closure, right? Because, I mean, Katherine now has 50% of custody of her children. So that, hallelujah for that.
Oh yeah, she said she got a good selling. I bet we won't. Well, we'll talk about that in
Right.
predictions. So
Okay, so now we're gonna switch off into our news.
yes.
So, you guys, I was looking for some news, some really juicy stuff, and I came across this thing. So Austin was caught in a compromising position, and they're saying he had a three-way. And his now girlfriend, model...
Spoiler alert!
Oh,
Spoiler
yeah,
alert!
spoiler alert,
Because if
sorry.
you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. So his Instagram model, Madison LaCroix, walked in on him in his apartment. He had 2 women in his bed. Now, there's video of this. If you go on to decider.com, you'll see it. But basically, she walked in on him. They're arguing. You can see the whole video. And he's in his boxers. He's claiming that these 2 women that were in his bed were not sleeping with him, but just sleeping. And he was saying that the reason why they were there and that the video was up was because he was trying to get like good on Bravo, and he wants to be brought back and have something juicy to talk about. I don't know if I buy it. Who knows? But you know, anybody will do anything nowadays. Look at Kim. So,
Did you guys watch What Happens Live?
Yes.
This week with Shep?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say what he said?
Say
Say
it.
It's too late now. Say it.
Well, no, I mean, he started divulging a lot of him and Catherine's sex life.
Yes.
And said that a majority of the time that they've... sound effects from my day. Most of the time that they've been hooking up was after Kinsey was born.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything else.
Get it, Katherine. You go, girl. You
go.
sleep with Shep as much
That's
as you want.
right.
I'm not mad
Have that
at
as
it.
your
I'm
boy
for
toy.
that couple now.
I would love that couple to happen.
I'm on board with it.
What
now.
I found
He
funny
was-
about
So-
that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he was definitely divulging a lot of their personal
Who
details.
else also divulged a lot was Patricia on her tweets. I have a few set of tweets that she's tweeted out and some responses. So first off, she said, the reason I have been against #HiAshley. So if you guys don't know what #HiAshley is, it's trending all over like Twitter for Southern Charm. And it's basically Patricia and Katherine teaming up saying, there's this hashtag out there that Ashley has created fake Instagram and Twitter accounts to trash talk both Katherine and Patricia.
Yeah.
So in order for for her to be exposed, they've came up with the hashtag #HiAshley to say, hi Ashley, we see you, we know it's you with these all fake accounts who's trash talking us.
And she's been Katherine and also her friend Luzanne.
Yes.
Yeah,
So Luzanne says, the reason I have been against, Patricia tweeted this out, the reason I have been against #HiAshley is because she has been cyberbullying and defaming my friend Luzanne and Katherine, and to a lesser account me for a year now. And then somebody else, if you were aware, were you aware that this was happening? And she's like, I had no idea that this was happening until after. Wow. And then we switch off into another tweet saying, not only was #HiAshley tormenting Luzanne and Katherine with troll accounts, but she had a Pitbull group of followers doing the same.
Oh, that's disgusting. But
Right.
I'm not surprised. And shame on Thomas.
Right. And then Patricia also tweeted out, she told Whitney that he was her quote unquote second choice.
Wow.
So, the whole situation about her choosing who she'd date in case things didn't work out with Thomas. So apparently she said that Whitney would be her second choice in case it didn't turn out well with
Right, because she gets to just choose whoever she wants.
Yeah, girl. And
Okay.
apparently
Get out of here.
that's not working. Let's switch over to our not so charming segment.
Oh. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. I mean...
Who wants to take it first? Do you guys have a not so charming?
God.
Or are we all
Are we
in
all in
tune?
agreement
Yeah.
that it's just
This
Ashley?
Ashley.
It's just
Yeah.
Ashley.
Just Ashley.
It's just
Just
Trashly.
Ashley.
I think a 4-strong unanimous,
Yes.
not so charming.
Hashtag
Very-
hi Ashley. We know
Let's
you.
do, you know what? I'm done with her. Let's do fan shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Done
do
with
some
her.
fan shout
Oh, you know
outs.
what? Wait. Before we do the fan shout out. Oh, do you have... Go and do your fan shout outs.
What
It's
are you
fine.
gonna say, girl?
No,
I'll
I
do
just
it
want to
after.
you guys, thank you so much for jumping into
up.
the live chat tonight with us, because it makes us, and we just love hearing your thoughts and your comments, especially after we're done with the show, and reading your comments on our YouTube page and on our on our iTunes. So thank you a million times. Tonight in our live chat, we had Private Eye, we had Sherry Irwin, we have Evangelina, CC Freak.
CC Freak, I
I
love her.
know. Hi, CC Freak. Let's see. Terry was also in our live chat. Let's see. We had a couple more here. Kimberly, obviously, we mentioned it's her birthday. Thank you guys.
birthday.
I know. Again,
your
it's so
birthday.
good. Just thank you so much, you guys, because it really does. It makes the conversation that much
Yes.
more rich whenever you guys engage with us, and you're super fans just like we are. So
Yeah.
it just makes
Yeah.
it makes it all.
And if you're podcasters, we again appreciate. Did you want to read a review?
I was just gonna say, you guys, since we got these books, you guys have to go out and buy them and support Pat in this, because I think this is gonna be a really good book to read.
Yeah, we're gonna let you know.
Can we
for
do
sure.
before because we have very little time? I want to give a little prediction for reunion.
Okay.
Quickly, can you guys just
Okay.
say what do you expect from the top of your head? Starting with you.
Well, I
Laura.
feel like Cameron's gonna have a similar response to what I had tonight as a mom.
Isn't it interesting? You're both new mothers too, so it's just such a
It's a very visceral response,
Yeah.
and I think she's gonna share my sentiments about Ashley.
Yes. I also think that, all the women on the panel and the men are probably going to have something not so nice to say about Trashly. And I feel like something's going to happen between Naomi and Craig. I don't know what, but something.
I hope, more of a hope, but I hope that if Thomas is there, they talk about what's going on. Maybe they can't because of legality,
Yeah.
but a little bit about a sexual harassment. And I don't think Ashley's going to be there.
I don't think she is either.
I think they showed a clip of Ashley on the
She's
phone. I don't think
face
she's going to
hiding.
be there. Guarantee you that B won't have the balls to show up in front of these people and face her
she
jury
does,
because you have been judged and tried,
Yep.
bitch.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
That's some
Yes. All right. This is my prediction, which is kind of like in a lighter mood. I hope we get to see Chelsea's new boyfriend.
Oh my God. He is
Question
so-
mark?
We didn't talk about him.
I forgot.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Are we
Yes.
going to be seeing him?
He's sailor,
Yes.
right? He's a sailor.
I don't know, but you guys, we're going to talk about it
Chelsea
next
liked
week.
my
Spoiler,
Instagram
spoiler.
comment. She liked my Instagram comment. It
Yeah.
was amazing. So I
Actually,
made it
yeah,
about
he
me.
was
I'm freaked out.
telling us all of all this
I had
great
a Mayte
stuff, and then
moment.
he had a
Yeah.
moment like me. But we'll talk more about it. Reunion Part 1 is next week. Before we sign off, where can we find you, Laura?
Oh, I'm Laura L. Thomas. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laura L. Thomas TV.
Hey everyone, Cristal McLaughlin here. You guys can find me on all social media at Cristal823, and that's CRISTAL823. See you hopefully next week, right?
Yes,
We're gonna do
next
the
week.
book thing? Oh, wait, no, the finale. I mean, that's the
The
finale.
what?
Reunion.
Reunion.
Girl, it's got me
Girl.
all twisted, all this
All
drama.
twisted. You can find me, everybody. I'm Matt Maher at the Matt Maher, 2 T's, 2 R's. And crap, I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I can talk hours more about this because I'm
Yes.
still worked
Yes.
up. So please, I'll find you all the comments.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm Mayte Carrillo. You can find me everywhere at This Is Mayte. We will see you here next week to talk all about Reunion Part 1. And thank you again, Patricia. We'll see you here next
Patricia.
week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.